100% true that the photographers at the Disney parks will take pictures of you and your group with your phone. I'm not sure if they're going to take it with your camera. Now, I could be wrong, but like physical cameras themselves, this part I know for a fact, they are very, very unique. They're very different. A lot of cameras, even within the same brand, are going to operate differently, and they're very, very touchy and personal. And it can take a little bit of time for a photographer to get used to a camera. Like when I first got my camera that I have now versus the one I had before, same exact brand, but getting used to it and fiddling around with it, finding where all the individual buttons are and all the settings, it takes a little. Now, the photographers at Disney World all use the same camera equipment, and they are trained with this very specific equipment to get the best shots for, the best settings at whatever it is that they're photographing. They're already skilled photographers, let's be real. But they're very, very trained in a particular way, not just so they're familiar with their camera and they can get the best shots, but because they have to do things in a very timely manner, because usually there's a whole bunch of other people lined up to get the same exact shot that you're getting to in that same exact place. So they have to be familiar with that camera and how it works and all the settings and where everything is and how it performs. So if you bring your own camera, like I tend to bring in my Disney parks, I do bring my camera with me. I'm not using that. I'm not having cast members ask me, use my camera. Also, that's a pretty expensive piece of equipment, and I'm not going to hand that off to someone that I don't know. My phone, is it pricey? Is it, a pricey item? Yes, I do have one of the newer iPhones. But at the same time, it's like not as likely to have an issue if someone else is going to be taking a photo with it. And the photographers, they will absolutely, take a photo of you with your phone. But the difference is, and this is why I recommend it to people, especially if they're traveling solo, if you can afford it, if you can splurge on this, I highly recommend it. iPhone photos or photos taken with your, camera phone, whatever phone you have, there can be some issues with getting the exact right shot that you want. Not everything can be done on an iPhone that can be done with an actual camera. And I'm going to keep saying iPhone because I'm used to saying iPhone because I have one. You use whatever, phone, whatever phone you have. And while the cameras on some phones are getting really, really, really awesome, to get the specific things that you want that you'd be getting off of the camera, it's going to be a lot more difficult to adjust right in the moment, or you may not be able to do itself. And again, this is just my personal take. If you have the money to do it, where a lot of people may feel like they're missing out on, whatever experience it is because they don't have a friend there to share, the moments with, they don't have a friend maybe to take their photo, you still deserve really awesome photos. On top of that, Disney does these things called magic shots, where at certain places throughout their parks, throughout, their different locations, I'm pretty sure they can do this at Disney Springs too, they're going to be able to add things to your camera. I've done things where like I've held out my hands and then they magically through their technology, they make Tinkerbell like standing in your hands. I've done it where I've held my arm up, looking down Main Street USA and the castles in the background, and then they edit balloons, like the Mickey shaped balloons, into your hand, like you're the one who's holding them up in the air. For a lot of people, it's not like a selling point. It's not something they super look forward to, but it is a nice feature that's added in that they will not be able to do on your phone and they will not be able to do on your camera. You can also set it up to where, and there's a number of settings you have to do between your actual phone, and I think you're connecting Disney's Wi-Fi, I don't remember off the top of my head, and then you're going through your Disney app, but you are able to hook it up to when you are riding a ride that has like that in-camera feature, like that camera that takes your picture in the middle of the ride. You go through that ride, and that picture will automatically sync up to your Disney app, so you're going to have it, you're not trekking it down on some wall where they're featuring all the pictures, trying to like rush to take a picture of the screen, and it's, a picture of a screen, and there's like a watermark through it. Those pictures are all right there visibly for you, ready to go in your phone. Do I think that everyone can afford it? No. Do I think that, it's feasible for everyone? It's a smart move financially to make for everyone? No. But I think it's important to have pictures of you in your favorite places, especially moms. Oh my gosh, there are so many moms who they're not at enough pictures with their family because they're either the ones taking the pictures or they're in pictures, it's selfies, or dad's taking a picture. And let's be real. It's great for people who are traveling solo and they want to have nice pictures of themselves. It's also really great for me, your photographer friend, who is usually the one who's behind the camera. I have so few pictures of me, like nice pictures of me, y'all. I have so many nice pictures of all my friends and family. I've taken so many pictures of people over the years. Pictures of me, nice ones, doesn't happen. And if you're into having photos of yourself and you want as many photos of yourself as you can and that's your thing, and you want to be all over the parks and take all the pictures, and you're afraid of when you have other people with you and they're not going to want to deal with all those pictures, you go by yourself, you pay for that photo pass, and you're going to have your personal not your personal Disney photographers, but you're going to have photographers everywhere you go in so many places throughout all the parks that are going to be able to be there to take those pictures for you. And you're not going to have anyone in your party with you that's going to be bitching and moaning about, really, another photo? Again, if you can afford it, I highly, highly recommend it.